Hey guys! By the video's title, I'm sure you can tell where I'm going with this. Today I am going to be doing a top 20 female K-pop bias list. I hope you enjoy it. I chose Sooyoung for my number 20 place. I just go back and I just watch all kinds of videos, and to me Sooyoung is like super pretty and she's super funny, and I don't know, the more I watch videos of like all of Girls' Generation, the more I kinda, can like see like Sooyoung sticking out in the group. And my favorite moment from her was when she was on Running Man, and she was like the person who could sweet talk her way out of getting eliminated from the show, and I just think that's so funny. So yeah, that's why Sooyoung is my number 20. And the reason why I chose Dara over the other members is because even though to me she's probably like, in terms of like popularity, she's probably about third place maybe, or maybe second, I'm not sure, because there's always CL that everyone makes a big deal about, and she can rap really well, I'm not gonna lie. And then there's Bomb, and Bomb's like the singer, and then there was Minzy, who was always a dancer, which I'm kind of sad that she's no longer in the group, but it's alright. Yeah, I chose Dara because she's super pretty, and I don't know, she's always the one that's kind of stuck out to me, but she's just really cool. She always sticks out to me, so yeah. And I chose her over Sooyoung, I think, because she's been my bias in that group longer than Sooyoung has like built her way up. So yeah, that's why she's number 19. Yuju is like a really, really good singer, like fantastic. I can't wait to see where she goes, because to me, like, she's kind of like, Taeyeon is like a fantastic singer, and she's kind of gonna work her way up in that same sort of scale and kind of be up there with like Taeyeon or like Hyodin, I think is how you say her name, or Ailey maybe. And yeah, so I think that's kind of where she's going, and I kind of look forward to that. And she seems really nice and really cool, and she always just sticks out to me in the group. So yeah, that's why she's on my list. And the reason why I chose Luna I think she really kind of put herself on my list when she kind of recently, it was more recent, where I was kind of like, yeah, I really like her, and that was when she had her solo, and so that, yeah, it's really recent, but she's really talented, and she can really sing, and she's super pretty, and so yeah, I think she really deserves to be paid attention to, and yeah, I like her a lot, so that's why she's on my list. Yeah. When I was watching AOA, and the first thing that I've ever seen of them was their Like a Cat promotions, and she was actually the one that stuck out to me first. And usually the member that has like the most different hair or whatever, or sings a lot, are the ones that I can kind of pick out the easiest. And Choa can sing, and she has a really like interesting voice, and she's really cool, and so I feel like she does deserve a spot on my list. I really enjoy watching her, and I would like to like get photo cards when I get albums and stuff of her. A very standout singer and person in AOA. So yeah, that's why she's on my list. Monster. Life is good when you play more. 더 멋진 곳으로 나가지겠어. 기분 좋게 high five. 저길 봐. G5 on the playground. Why I kind of put her on my list is she's super cool. Like, she can rap so well, and she's kind of like where Yuju is. not like in terms of singing, but in terms of rapping. I kind of look forward to seeing where she kind of goes in terms of her talents, because she has a really interesting voice, and so I hope that, you know, she can go places and be kind of up there with like CL or something in terms of rapping, or Hyuna, or anybody like that. I cheated on some of these when I was choosing like where they would go in terms of ranking. That is why I have Hani and Kaylin, or is it Hylan? I don't know. I do like her, I have trouble saying her name. But EXID grew on me really fast, and I like, the thing is, Hani's super gorgeous, and she has a different like voice, and I think she kind of like cemented her spot by being super funny on like variety shows. Like I've watched her on Running Man, and I've watched her when she was on Weekly Idol, that was what it was, and she was really funny and really cool. She kind of stood out to me with her voice, while was it Solji? Solji is the one that like sings the most, I feel like. She has like the one that they consider the strongest one. I think that Kaylin is like, she kind of stood out to me more. Well, I do like Solji. And the reason why I chose Amber for my number 13 spot is Amber's awesome. I watched her when she was on Eat Your Kimchi and stuff. She's a really down-to-earth person, and she's just really chill, and I really like what she kind of represents. Like, you don't have to be that girl that kind of wears high heels or skirts or has to be super pretty, and it's not that she isn't pretty, because she's super pretty. She's just herself, and I really, really enjoy that about her. And I chose Soyu for my number 12 spot because it's just the member that she just can really sing. I feel like with Sistar and AOA, to me, are those groups, it's not that they initially, like, their main singers are like maybe they have the most powerful like voice, but they have the most interesting voice, and they have this like control of it, if that makes sense. And so I really like that, and that gives them like their sound. And so yeah. But you know, she's not, like, she left the group and stuff like that, and that kind of sucks. But I like her voice, and I think she's adorable, and I like her acting. I watched her Into the Beautiful You, and she was really good in that. And there's this movie that came out that I have, and it's the movie Pirates. I just realized I blend into my wall. Anyway, yes, maybe her acting kind of helped me put her up higher. I don't know. I like all of them, but Sully is my favorite. And the reason why I chose Eunji for my number 10 spot is because she can sing. She can sing really well, and she's pretty. And I think it's funny because it's part of the reason, but obviously all members in K-pop girl groups are pretty, but she just stands out to me in terms of looks. I don't know. She has a really interesting voice, and I like that a lot. What I like about Eunji as well is she's a really good actress, and she's really goofy. I like watching her in variety shows and stuff like that. She's just really silly and cool. I watched her in Reply 1997. She was fantastic. And she's a great actress. So I think that's also another reason why she kind of is higher up on my list. So yeah, whenever you're in a drama, you get higher up on my list. And with Jimin, she's so cool. And I showed my sister a video once, and she's not very big. She's not a K-pop like person at all. But I showed her Good Luck, and Jimin has her cool rap part. And my sister's like, it's like she's like the least expected one to come out and like bust out in a rap. You know what I mean? Her voice is super cute, and I don't know, it just doesn't seem like something that would be like, yeah, I'm a rapper. Ooh. And I really like that about her. I feel like she kind of proves herself as a rapper. Like, she was on I'm Pretty Rap Star, and, you know, people didn't take her seriously at first because she was an idol rapper, and I guess they don't really take those kind of rappers seriously over there. But she kind of proved it. Proved herself by getting up into the top 3 and was kind of like, yeah, I'll work hard to be here, you know? So that's why she is number 9 on my list. I don't know, she's just always stood out to me in Mamamoo, no matter what. Like, when I first saw them, she was the one that stood out. And to me, they're all pretty. She's just so pretty to me. See, I don't know. I think she's so pretty, and her voice is fantastic. I don't know. I just love her, and she's goofy, and everybody always picks on her in Mamamoo, and I think that's so funny and just kind of awkward, and I love it. And I like that with all the members of Mamamoo, it's like this. They kind of embrace their awkwardness, and so I really enjoy that. And so yeah, the leader, Solar. So now you're going to start to see, because I said back when I talked about Suyeon that I am kind of Girls' Generation member biased. You're going to start seeing that now that we're up higher in numbers. And Yuna is one of those members that initially, like, and this is just me, and I could be just a catty, horrible person, but I don't know, initially, like, my bias, like, with my other biases, everybody just makes a big deal of Yuna in terms of her looks, and so that's kind of, it makes it hard in terms of looks. You know, they always make a big deal about Yuna. I don't know, everybody talks about how pretty she is and how perfect she is and how she has a certain face and how she's the ideal beauty, and obviously in Girls' Generation all the members are gorgeous. All of them are like 10s, you know, and I never understood that. But I think what kind of keeps me from like being like, oh my girl, she's stupid because everybody thinks that she's the prettiest, and obviously the other members are pretty too. And you know, you shouldn't be like that anyway. If you're gonna be like a fan, like a big fan of a group, you shouldn't just stand like a couple ones and then hate on the rest. That's fair. But I think what keeps me from doing that and keeps me from being super catty is because I don't think Yuna lets what people say about her looks kind of get to her head too much, if that makes sense. She seems really like a really nice person still, and I think she really cares about her fans, and she cares about the Girls' Generation members. So I think that kind of is what keeps me from being like, oh goodness gracious, why does everybody think she's so pretty? Because I think she's still like her own person. She doesn't let that define her, and I think that's cool. She laughs at it, thinks it's funny, but she's kind of more boyish acting. She's like the strong one, and she likes to pick on her members, and yeah, and I think that's really cool. She's a really good actress. I watched her in Love Rain, and I love Love Rain, and I thought she and Jang Kun-suk did a really good job, like, together. Like, they had really good chemistry, in my opinion. Some people like to say, oh, well, she's not the best actor, you know, there's Soo Young, and Soo Young is great. I didn't talk about that earlier, but yeah, Soo Young's great. But, I don't know, I like Yuna too. I think the reason why I chose Eunjung for my bias in like Tiara, and like, you know, when in my top 6 of my biases, the reason why I chose her is because I didn't get to know many of the members until I watched Dream High, and that's where I got to see Eunjung doing her acting. She's a really good actress. Some of her parts on that show made me cry the most out of any of the other people in the cast, although Kim Soo-hyun also made me cry a lot when I watched that show. Like that, I don't know. I don't know. I think she's a great actress, and it made me really happy because then I started learning more about Tiara, and she sings a lot, and she's a great singer. She's really talented. I'm happy that she has solos, and while there is controversy that has gone on with Tiara in like the past, I still think Eunjung's a really cool person, and so yeah, I think she deserves to be number 6 on my list. So yay! What made me decide that Guyan was a member or a person that should be in my bias list, I think is so cool, was her solo stuff. I watched her songs like Bloom, Paradise Lost, and yes, there was that song called Fuck You, and I think what I like about her is she is kind of like, she sings about some controversial things over in Korea. Like, I watch videos and talking about sex and stuff is not something that they usually do, and Guyan just talks about it so openly. In like the Bloom music video, they actually kind of hinted at her doing, like, having some fun by herself, if you catch my drift. But she's a good singer, and she's not afraid to talk about sex or relationships where there's just problems, you know, like the guys just, you know, taking advantage of her and stuff like that. And I think that's really important, and I think it's cool that she talks about those kind of things. I look up to her. I think, I don't know, I just think it's cool that she's just so comfortable with herself, and she can just talk about those kind of things and be like, yeah, whatever. And she has a charisma to her in terms of performing that just stand out to me, and yeah, that's why she is my number 5. Those two are just amazing. Bora is a great rapper, and Hyolyn is a great singer. I think Bora stands out to me a lot because I got first witnessed her when she was doing like MC stuff, and she's really fun. She's just really pretty and really cool, and she's friends with Girls' Generation members, and I'm just like, ooh. And so yeah, Hyolyn can sing, and whenever I'm watching music videos, I wish I could be like Hyolyn. Hyolyn's so cool, and what I like about both of them is neither one of them really follow the traditional conventional beauty idea where you all have to be like porcelain skinned. They're both really tan, and I think that's really cool. And Hyolyn has like a tattoo, and yeah, they're so cool. So yeah. So there's my bias slipping back in from my favorite group. Taeyeon kinda, I think the more I learn about Girls' Generation, the more I watch them, the more I see them perform, the more that she comes out with solo stuff, I kind of start to understand why she gets a lot of hype, because she's very talented. She can sing her butt off. She really can. I like all of her songs. I love all of her music. My favorite CD from last year was one of them was her solo debut album, Taeyeon's just so funny. She's just so silly, and I love that she's so close with Tiffany. She calls herself her best friend. The more I see her grow and the more I realize how talented she is, the more I like her. So yeah, that's why she's my number 3 spot. And the reason why I chose Suzy for my number 2 spot is because Miss A is the second group that I really got into after Girls' Generation, the second girl group. And to me, I don't know, Suzy is just always the one that has stood out. Like, she, honestly, sorry, my face is itchy. She's very, very pretty, and all the members are pretty, but she's very pretty. I think it's cool that she was so young when she debuted, but she does a lot of dramas, but she's really good at them. I watched her in Dream High, and I loved her in Dream High. I watched her in Boo Family Book, and I loved her in Boo Family Book. I need to watch more K-dramas with her. I love Suzy. All 3 of these members were going to be my number 20, but then I realized that Soo Young needed to be on my list. It was just kind of something that I decided while I was making it. I was like, I think Soo Young needs to be in my top 20. So I had to kick out people from my top 20 in order to make room for her, but I still think they need to be talked about because they're all 3 great performers and singers. They all stand out to me. Ellen was super funny in variety show stuff. I've seen her before. Zian is always somebody that stood out to me in The Boom because she's so pretty. She's super pretty, and she can sing, and she's just fun to watch. She just has a charisma to her that I love. And Joy, I have the middle name Joy, and her name's Joy, and I was just like, yeah, she's gonna be my bias. Why not? So yeah. Is Tiffany from Girls' Generation, and I don't think anybody is going to be surprised that Tiffany is my number 1 spot in my top 20 girls list. She's my number 1 spot in any K-pop bias list. She's my ultimate bias. That's it's a given. And so now you can see, yeah, I am Girls' Generation biased. But yeah, Tiffany kind of worked her way in. I think it was interesting that she knew English, that she was American, that she went over to Korea to become a singer. She wanted to be a singer that bad that she was willing to go to somewhere that she'd never been before, learn a completely different language, learn a new culture because she's American, just so she can become a singer. And I think that's so inspiring, and she's just nice to everybody, and I love that. And she can sing. She's such a good singer. I love her solo. Her solo is amazing. I get kind of protective when people tell her that she can't sing, that she shouldn't sing these certain parts. She can do what she wants, okay? Tiffany can do what she wants. And that's my list. Comment down below and let me know what your top 20 K-pop female biases are. Also, if you can, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. More importantly, I need you to make another visit to my channel. Next, I'll be trying to put out a top 20 male bias video. Until then, bye!